Right, yeah. Here we go. Howdy, everybody. Welcome to Step into the Portal. My name is the Brandt, and I am joined by...
I'm Brian.
All right. And we are going to play some Marvel Champions. Brian, has it been a bit? We did something last week, right? With Steve?
Did we? I thought
Didn't we do the verse mode and it failed miserably?
We did the verse mode. You're right. We did the
I don't know
verse
that it
mode.
failed
That
miserably.
failed miserably.
That feels rude, especially that Steve came up with a lot of that. It was definitely interesting. It just it collapses upon itself because you see where the game is cooperative, and when you're not cooperating, it inevitably leads to everyone's defeat, right?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is I think you can actually, like you said before, you played that with Steve, 2 players, and it was actually kind of fun, rather fun that you had. Not to say that we couldn't do that in 3 players, but the format we were playing just it left no leeway.
Right.
It was Drax versus Norman Osborn, who is just, I'm never gaining vengeance counters.
Right.
It was really hard modulars on top of it. So
and then
it was just all downhill.
Yeah, it was rough. All right. So today we're going to fight Red Skull. I put it as revisiting Red Skull. I just thought, it's been a while, because often in my brain I think, oh, what's one of the new villains we could fight? Like, how much have we fought the new box? Because we probably haven't as much. But I was like, nah, let's go back. Let's go back and go to the first box and find somebody to fight in there. And I was like, well, Red Skull's just so well designed. Right? Just whenever they create something totally unique like they do here, I love that so much. So when they say set the, the side schemes aside in their own deck, like that's just such a cool setup. Obviously could lead him to being gamed a little bit, I guess, or whatever, right? But it doesn't matter. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna fight with Hawkeye. Who are you fighting with?
Ironheart. I have a quick question about Red Skull. Have we tried Red Skull with Infinity Gauntlet?
No, why?
That's just something to think on, because the idea of Red Skull having Infinity Gauntlet is just cool to me.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, all the villains, right?
It
works everywhere. Yeah. I mean, that inherently just turns you into heroic, right? That's what becomes tricky. I mean, I guess not heroic because you add a stone and then you trigger a stone. So it's a little bit different, but it comes up here. So I shuffled in some old modulars too. I shuffled in one from the Hood, and I shuffled in Weapon Master. The Hood one is the Streets of Mayhem because it has all the environments. So I thought that would be fun, because I always thought that was a cool thing. I actually wish, like, it feels like what's tough in the Hood scenarios or modulars, just like the Hood, is they're so vicious. Like, it would be cool to just have something. There's one in here that gives everybody retaliate. So we could kind of keep that one out and just, right, if we're just killing minions and just removing threat, we can let Red Skull kind of beat himself up by attacking us.
Well, we won't have many minions to deal with, right. I don't think.
So we could kind of benefit.
I
also don't take retaliate damage, so
yeah, that's true.
There's a little bit of a bonus there, but interesting.
We're going to be needing to de-arm Red Skull since you're throwing Weapons Master in there as well.
Yeah, for sure. We got to get those. Yeah, and I figured he had the pistols, so I thought that'd be fun, but not overwhelming. So hello to everybody out there. I see there's just a couple people watching. Who knows? Sometimes we do these things in the morning, and then all of a sudden it's like, it fills way up. I don't know, on a Friday in the middle of the summer. But I have been shocked how many times I've done stuff on Monday morning, and it's just like fills up with people who clearly work or home, whatever they're doing, they're ready to watch.
Everyone's got the Monday blues, and they're like, I don't want to work. I'm just going to watch this instead.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see who we get there. But hello, if you're watching, feel free to throw stuff in the chat, because we love to talk with people, especially easier when there's 2 of us too, right? Because there's not as much to work our way through. Brian, I'm excited because down on my table right now setup is Twilight Inscription. Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
It is the Twilight Imperium Roll and Write.
Oh, okay. I've never really played Roll and Writes.
Yeah. Do you have?
I know you played one with Kathy a while back, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Do you have? Is your your face keeps fading in and out. Is that your camera or is that clouds rolling in and
It's
out? You just
I
have
think it's
regular
just
light?
trying to, yeah, it's just
Okay.
regular light. It's just trying to, so the thing is, uh, because it's
Everything's
a
new.
new,
Yeah.
it's, yes, everything's new. The new laptop, it's because I'm moving. So when
Got
I
it.
lean back, it dims because it's trying to see me further away. But like when I lean in, it'll
Yeah.
probably brighten up and whatever. I don't know. It's just like
No worries.
constantly auto focusing.
No worries. All right. Well, let's jump in. Do you want to show off your deck?
I actually just have it kind of shuffled up. I wasn't planning on necessarily
No
showing it
worries.
off.
No worries.
Ho-
I'll just put what I'm
Hopefully,
doing here with mine.
hopefully
So
my
I
view
know
is
that
good.
the big thing you can do to Red Skull is confuse him. So if you keep him confused, you're in really good shape. Similar to Ultron, if you keep him stunned, you're in really good shape because you stop like their worst part, right? So his worst part is just all this threat he's going to add. Obviously, keeping the side scheme. So I put 3 concussive blows in to go with my whichever arrow it is. One of these arrows confuses them, right? Sonic arrow?
Sonic Arrow,
Yeah.
correct.
So to go with the Sonic arrows, that gives me 5 options to confuse. And then I'm just going to try to beat the game here with these overwatches because these are so powerful. So
Okay.
put this on a side scheme. And when I remove threat from it, I can remove threat from any other scheme as well. So I can be thwarting a side scheme to remove threat from the main scheme. Or if we end up with 2, I can remove them. So I'm probably going to have too many overwatches if we get good control, but I put 3 in the deck just to see how that would go. Chance Encounter is going to try to get me back Spider-Man or Jessica Jones, whoever it would be, or just to go get what's her name in my deck, Mockingbird. And then I only put 2 resources for putting Mockingbird back out, so I can recur that. I only have Team Building and Avengers Tower. It felt like a lot to put in, a helicarrier 2, but I could have done that.
Yeah.
Under Surveillance, a Heroic Intuition for you, and 2 Skilled
Okay.
Investigators, so we can draw cards.
So I am just an overload of card draw, essentially, is what I'm doing here.
Okay.
So yeah, I got the rapid responses. I got a Triskelion, so I could have a few extras. And I just have a bunch of ETB characters, enter the battlefield characters that are just going to, like Nick Fury and Moon Girl and White Tiger and Maria Hill. They're just going to draw cards. And then I have the rapid responses to trigger them, come back to the field, mostly for like White Tiger, Maria, or Nick Fury, not necessarily Moon Girl. And then the regroups to also put them back in my hand, reload, and keep going. So that's what that is. Got the Champions Mobile Bunker, so I can cycle some cards if need be. I got a couple the Ingenuity and Endurance Triskelion, so I could have a couple extra out, or an extra out, so that I can use the Strength in Numbers. I got the 3 Assesses to increase my hand size, or do my my alter ego action there, Child Prodigy. And yeah,
Nice.
pretty much just like
Oh, that seems great.
card draw and ally
And you got that
recursion.
beautiful overhead camera.
Yes, I do. I decided it was time. I was tired of
Ooh, I'm losing you.
having it.
It might be my connection.
Huh?
I kind of hear you. There you are. Oh, it's me.
Is it you?
It says
You're
my
losing.
internet connection is unstable, but now I have you
Oh.
back, so I think I might be good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I said, you know what? We've been doing this long enough. I decided to spend a little bit of money and upgrade my area instead of
Nice.
having that over the shoulder camera and me sitting to the side
Yep.
so that you guys have a better angle. I decided to go with this overhead camera so I can just play right in front of it and everyone sees everything easy.
Nice.
And then you can hear me snapping my cards even more because the mic is right here.
That looks good. Your hero's a little high on your screen, so you either want to zoom out or
no,
you're just moving them so you
coming
can
down.
shuffle. Yeah.
Correct.
All right. So Red Skull is going to give us each an encounter card. Let's go Hawkeye. I know I haven't played Hawkeye in forever. Then we'll shuffle these ones
Boom.
in.
Leave you guys right there. Bring you down.
Start with the red house.
Give me a sec.
Flip.
Okay, leave you.
No threat.
All right, let me just put that over here. Actually, you guys don't need to see my health. I'll just put it afterwards. All right. Let's do this. CM Spartan, thanks for joining us. He says, "Let's go Hawkeye."
There you go.
So I guess I'm going first because, as you know, I have Maria Hill, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Just give me a shuffle second. Shuffle.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Should I just build? Guess this
All
for
right.
justice. I mean, I guess keeping these under control is the key, right? Probably wait on that.
Gonna go to speaker view. Second. Okay. All right. Hey, Maria Hill in opening hands.
There you go.
Amazing. Two
We did not talk
assesses.
about Wolverine at all.
No, we did not.
Hey, Wolverine's coming out, Brian.
Oh yeah, I heard.
I was shocked. I didn't think he was one of the popular X-Men.
No, I know, right?
He must be in the comics. 'Cause I don't think there's any movies about him. Is there? Are there?
No, I don't think so.
Sorry, we're just teasing. No, it's definitely exciting to see Wolverine come out. I guess for me, at Gen Con, people had talked about Wolverine and even a little bit of some of the mechanisms. So I forgot that once it got announced, it was like, oh, right.
All right.
I talked
You know
about these
what?
things the week before.
I'm not sure I want to even mulligan anything. I mean, I don't need the photon beam. Kind of want to get Brawn out early. So
Are you going to stay
I think I'm
down
just-
to build?
I might, yeah, I think I'll stay down for a turn.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna discard that card and draw this. That's fine. All right, I'm gonna use 2 strokes of genius to play Marie Hill, which means that'll give me 2 counters. You get to draw a card, and I will draw 3
Yay.
cards.
Okay.
1, 2, and 3. All right, so I can go 1, 2, 3, and let's just drop and assess the situation 4 and get Brawn down. Brawn and Maria Hill are each going to thwart for 2.
Okay.
Each take a damage. And now that Brawn is exhausted, I'm going to use his mental to give me a progress counter. And then I'll double assess the situation. And I'll get to draw 8 cards.
Nice. Rambe says insider information. No, I mean, it was just that there people were saying how, Wolverine's going to take damage to play attack events. I do think it's interesting. People were saying with a Wolverine, how would you play him outside of aggression? But like he still has all of his attack events in his kit, right?
Yeah.
Did you see what he does, Brian?
I didn't see him completely. So what you're saying is that he uses his health as a resource?
Right. So he exhausts his claws,
Okay.
and then he can play an event for free and take damage equal to its cost.
You know what? That's
Yep,
sorry, go ahead.
No,
I was
no,
just
you
gonna
go.
say that's a really cool thing for them to kind of bring into Marvel Champions, because I'm a big Magic player, and one of my favorite kinds of decks is that kind of stuff where it's like you're using your health as a resource, by playing like a blue control deck, or doing like a life exchange, life gain deck. So I think I will actually really enjoy Wolverine if he has that kind of ability
Yeah.
stuff.
No, it's
But
certainly neat. Yeah. So that, but anyway, so, but then it becomes like, oh, what if you can't, like, if you, but you don't want too many events because it's only once per turn, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like the point isn't to just attack relentlessly. Somebody was saying he'll probably be the highest damage output in the game. I was like, you really need to try Star-Lord.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm going to put down my bow and play a concussive blow. I
Oh,
will
nice.
hit him for 3 and I will confuse
You
him.
well, you have to remove the red house first.
Oh, thanks. I will
So
thwart,
you can
but I'll
you
thwart
can
by
confuse him.
attacking. Yep,
Correct.
thank you. I knew I was like, am I doing something wrong here?
Yeah.
Then I
You
will
would
play
put
concussive
the
blow.
confuse, you just wouldn't do any damage.
True, yeah. So then I will hit him there, and I can, when I thwart this, I can thwart using my attack value. So that is gone. And then do I put a tower or an under surveillance down? I think I put my tower. That's probably more useful for both of us, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't really have too many Avengers that are gonna care about it, but the tower is probably just better for you.
All right, sounds good. Draw.
Because if you can get what's her name down, then you're laughing.
Yeah. All right, and then I can flip him and stun him and for justice. So we got all sorts of fun here. All those cards are good. That's the tricky part when you're like, oh, I want to play all these.
Yeah.
All right, 2 threat. Flip. We get Hydra reinforcements. We're going to take an extra card this turn. And then he's going to scheme against you, but he's confused. He's going to attack me for 2. I guess Maria Hill's going to block it.
Sure. Yeah, she can block it.
Okay. And give him a tough status card and another boost. And it's a 2. There's your minor setback. So that works well. And he's tough. It was funny when I set him up, I was like, isn't Red Skull tough? It's just that he gets tough so much from his deck.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, 2 cards each. We're playing heroic. Oh, you should be flipped down.
Yep.
All right. Oh, there's a right hook. So we're going to have to get rid of that. Oh, that doesn't count as a weapon, does it?
No,
Never
I
mind.
don't think so.
Weapon Master. The villain schemes. If they have a weapon attachment, this card gains surge. Ooh, and you should have an extra card because of this. All right, so he's going to scheme for 3 plus 1 is 4. Now I wish I had the under surveillance on there. And your extra card is Spreading Lies. So we're putting 2 threat on here, 2 threat on here. Goes quick.
Yeah.
Bitter Rival. Exhaust a character you control. I am exhausted. And Back Alley Enclave. So every character has +1 attack. And I get ganged up on. Who's your other ally? Definitely not Braun. All right, so I'll just take this
Braun,
hit.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
1,
you can flip
2,
down.
3. He gets a tough and a boost. 4, 5. Ouch. I'm down to 4.
Okay.
All right, passes to me. So now this concussive blow doesn't seem as good. Okay. Where are you at for removing threat?
I am going to play Nick Fury and Moon Girl this round.
Okay.
I
Cool.
can remove 6 threat in total with them and also be flipping up. So, and I probably might have a flyover to do. So
Cool.
I could probably remove that side scheme and yeah.
I will play for justice then and remove 4 from this.
Perfect.
So you can get rid of it and then clear some of that. And then I can either remove his tough and stun him, or I could just play my expert marksman. You're gonna block with Nick Fury anyway.
Yeah, don't bother with the stun. Get the marksman down.
All right, and I'll keep the concussive blow and flip down. I have an Avengers Tower if you're playing an Avenger.
No.
Okay.
I am not. Actually, if I played Collude, you know what? Maybe regroup plays Collude with the
I wonder actually if
tower,
I'll keep my arrow instead of my
which would draw
concussive blow.
me a card. You know what? I will take the tower. So I'll use your tower to do Clue and look at 5, take an event.
No, Nick, that wasn't my point. I wasn't saying people were peasants. It was just that he was announced there, and so we had talked about him, and then
Take an
yeah, he
event in
came
my
up.
hand.
I think I'm a lot more into cards when they come out than when they get announced.
Yeah, same here.
I feel bad. Like I definitely want, like I love that there's the videos that people make, and then people watch them 10,000 times, whatever. Like I think it's awesome that people are so into that. But for me to make a video about a character that we know 10 of the cards, it's just not. I'm excited to play them once they come out, but
Yeah. All right. So I think I'm going to use the energy, sector scan, and my propulsion jets to play Nick Fury. So let me just move some of this stuff. Nick Fury, who is going to draw me 1, 2, and 3 cards. I will use Braun to do a thwart of 2, not off the side scheme, off of the main.
okay.
He will allow me to pile Prodigy, so I'll gain a counter.
Perfect.
This is all gone because I did Nick Fury. I will flip up. Clue will remove 1 from the main.
That makes perfect sense, Nick. Nick says yesterday was kind of a slow day at work, so having that article to read, totally. And I will be in that boat. Well, I don't have slow days at school.
I'm going to use Band Together to do Moon Girl, and I'll discard Clue.
That's amazing.
And I'll draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3.
So good.
I will then use Strength to do a flyover, remove the side scheme. I will get 2 progress counters.
Beautiful. And you can remove an enemy from play.
And I can remove an enemy from play. Not that there is an enemy to remove.
I was trolling you.
Okay. Nick Fury, Moon Girl will thwart for 2 off of the main. I will use Vivian and Photon Beam to fly over and remove the rest, gain 2 progress counters.
You at 8 now?
I am at 8.
I already leveled you up.
Yeah, that's fine. He has retaliate, right?
Yeah.
All right, whatever. That's fine. I'll punch for 2 with Nick to remove the tough. He'll take 2 damage.
Punch for 3, just to be clear.
Everyone's boosted because of the. What's that one do? Is it just allies or everybody?
Everybody, every character in play.
Okay, so I guess I punch for 3. I take a retaliate of 1. I will then remove 6 counters, switch to level 2 and ready up. And then I will punch for another 3.
Take another retaliate.
Take another retaliate. And I still have 2 more counters. Tony Stark AI and strength in numbers. I think I'm just going to hold on to these.
Well, you got a few cards down there.
Yeah, just a few.
All right.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. Actually, technically flip that after we add 2 threat here. So then mass chaos is we both have to discard, what is it, 5 cards, top 5? Count the symbols or different symbols. I got every single one. So 4 from me.
I have 3.
7.
3 mentals, wild, and a physical. So 3.
It's a monster. And I drew Overwatch, but that one's a crisis, so I can't use it. All right, he's going to scheme against me for 3, plus give him a tough status card, plus 1 is 4. And he's gonna attack you for 1,
Nick
2,
Fury is blocking.
3. All right. 4. And then we each get a card. Master plan. My goodness. I guess we'll know where we'll be working for a while.
Yep.
And caught off guard. Uh-oh. You have anything?
I've discarded. I have nothing, so I have
Surge?
no supports, no upgrades.
All right. You are stunned.
Okay.
Deal 1 damage to your hero.
Okay, I'm down to 7.
And it's you first again.
Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. I think you have some possible threat removal.
No.
No? Okay. I think I'll still be fine. I'm going to use strength in numbers and exhaust both of these guys to draw 2. 1 and 2. And then I'm going to use...
Oh yeah, no, I can't. I can't even overwatch the main scheme and go the other way. That crisis is rough.
I'm going to use 3 cards to play White Tiger and draw... Wait, no, I don't need to use 3 cards because I have Avengers Tower unless you need it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can use it.
Okay, I'll pitch these 2 and use Avengers Tower to play White Tiger and draw 2 cards.
Card draw so good.
Yeah, I'll use my Genius to do Tony Stark's AI.
Makes sense.
And that will look at 2 cards, which will deck me out. I'll grab my Photon Blasters. So I decked out.
Okay.
Photon Blasters in hand. I still haven't used Bronze Mental Resource, so I still have that. But I could always use it when I flip down. White Tiger is thwarting for 2.
Okay.
I am also thwarting for 2.
Okay.
And then I'll just use my Photon Beam and Triskelion for my Photon Blasters. And I'll use Bronze ability to give me endurance, puts me up to 10.
Quick
And-
question.
Yeah,
Actually, I guess it doesn't matter. Never mind.
Photon Blasters for 2. Remove is tough.
Got it. Does that have ranged? Oh, it's not an attack.
Not an attack.
Got it.
And I also gained 2 life because of the Photon Blasters. I forgot, so I'm up to 12. I gained 5 life this round. All good.
You're gonna stay up?
You need to stay down, right?
Nope.
No?
I mean, I can stun him and I can confuse him if we want to do that simple. If you're gonna stay up, then I'll. I might actually just confuse him. I don't know. I
You
can't
can
remove
stun-
threat,
You can't remove threat. That's why I was planning on staying up because of that.
but I could stun and confuse.
I think a stun and just build is fine.
Okay.
Other than that, his right hook costs 1 of each, right?
Yeah, I could get rid of it, but then I don't have the stun, or I don't have the confuse. I don't actually take damage from that, but you do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I
Um,
do. All my allies will. I think you just stun him, and if you've got some build cards,
Okay. Yeah, I have all temporary stuff, but that's fine. I'll use my marksman and my electric arrow, or my expert marksman and my vibranium arrow, to fire my bow and do my electric arrow. So I'll hit him for 3 and stun him. I don't take retaliate. And then I will use, I guess I'll hold my, I don't know. I guess I'll just get all these out. I'll play endurance. I'll put close encounter on this so I can go get an ally, and I'll put Overwatch on the main scheme. Actually, a second scheme is going to come out anyway, right?
Another scheme. Yeah, there's one.
So I
every
might as well
round.
put Overwatch on here. And then if we clear this, we can clear the other one next turn, right?
Yeah, cool.
All right. I have 10. If you have a blocker for me, I'd still take it. But like I said, I have 10 health. All right, drop.
Yeah.
Hey, there's my quiver.
Yeah, I can give you a blocker.
Sweet. And a cable arrow. So now I can do stuff. Oh, cable arrow actually can go right through. I forgot about that. Oh, that's an interesting thing. I could put Overwatch here, cable arrow through to remove. That's a cool way of doing it. I didn't realize that. All right. So we are adding 2 threat, drawing another side scheme here. It's going to be censor the past. For 6, when it's defeated, we can shuffle cards back in. And then he is stunned against you.
White Tiger is going to block for you.
He's attacking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you for the block. And 2 cards. Yep, that's correct. You get Shadow of the Past.
Okay.
Yours isn't too bad. Lucia Bombardus. So while she has a tough status card, she gets +1 scheme and +1 attack. After the villain phase ends, she gains a tough status card.
Yeah.
And rule by force. So while she's in play, this card gains a hazard icon. While she's in play, it gains a hazard. While she's not in play, it gains an acceleration. Those aren't too bad. And then we shuffle these in. He gets Master Strategist, so we definitely want to clear those side schemes. And then Exhaustion. Ugh. All right. So I need another card. Criminal Past.
Ouch.
So I flip and I lose my bow, right?
Yeah.
All right, passes over to me. Ooh, that's going to
Yeah.
make me not very useful. So I can get my bow. And I have my quiver. I think my cable arrow is what I want anyway, right?
Fortunately, yeah. I have Maria Hill, but I don't think it's going to really be doing anything this round.
Flip up. Then I will play my quiver, see what I get. Top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can put a sonic arrow in there. It's actually really good. Not super useful. I can play my marksman to do the cable arrow, which will get rid of 3 off of this.
I have a fly over for 3, so.
And then I could get rid of 3 from Censor the Past with Overwatch.
Okay.
And then I can put a skilled investigator in front of you, so you could draw a card.
All right.
That's all I got.
Okay. I'm gonna use 4 resources with a stroke of genius to play Nick Fury. So that'll draw me 4 cards and give me a counter.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna use a genius to do what's the Censor the Past trigger do again?
We get to shuffle 3 cards back into our decks.
3 cards back into our decks. Okay, so you know what? before I do that, let's use Moon Girl to remove 2 off of the Crisis side scheme.
Yeah.
Okay. I will then use the Genius to do the fly over to remove Censor the Past. So that'll put 2 counters on me. And I'm going to put Moon Girl, a Stroke of Genius, and White Tiger back into the deck. I will shuffle. Yeah, did the fly over. Okay. I also draw a card because of the Skilled Investigator.
Yeah.
Which I will do. I will use a
I shuffled 2 Overwatches in the van back in.
nice. Okay, so Nick Fury can get rid of the Crisis, and when we get rid of that, there's no trigger, but you do get your counter thing, right?
Yeah. Sorry, what is it for?
I'm just thinking about the mass confusion. There's no when defeated, right?
Oh,
On that
right,
one?
correct. Yeah.
Okay, but I can still get rid of it so we can start getting threat off the main.
Mhm.
So Nick Fury is going to thwart that for 2.
Okay. And then I can go get an
Yeah.
ally.
You can go get an ally, put it into your hand. I will spend 2 to put down.
Jessica Jones. I don't know. Is Spider-Man the right play? Just to clear a scheme? Probably.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I'll put Maria Hill down. Should I put Maria Hill down? No, next turn I get to play. I can play her right away. So you know what? I think I'll just hold on to Maria Hill for this round. Yeah. I'll spend 2. That's the side scheme has to. I have to get rid of the minion or the Luca,
You
right?
don't.
To be able to get rid of the side scheme.
Nope.
No.
No, it just has a hazard if she's in play, and it has an acceleration if she's not in play. So you want to get rid of one or the other.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was gonna use these 2 to play Maria. So I'm gonna use these 2 to do the flyover. But first, I'm gonna thwart the side scheme.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna do a flyover to clear
Nice.
it.
Perfect.
Get 2 more counters.
Ironheart's just so good. How many counters does that give you?
7.
Nice.
So I will spend 6 to go to version 3 and ready up, and I'm also tough.
So good.
She has 4 health, right? Correct. She gains a tough at the end of every villain phase, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can pierce her though, right? So I'm just gonna worry about the main there for minutes. So I'm gonna
if
go.
you thwart the main and go down, we probably would be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna thwart the main for 3. I'm gonna use photon blasters for 3.
On him?
Yeah, she doesn't have guard, right?
Right. So he's at 17 and they're not an attack. We already talked about this.
Correct.
We're good.
Correct. And then I will flip down because I am still stunned, so I will flip down. I mean, I could just use, you know what? I'm pitching Maria Hill to play the regroup. That way I can get Nick Fury back when he blocks for you.
Okay. Sounds good. And I got Spider-Man, War Machine, Heroic Intuition. There's all my allies. But I'll probably just throw down Spider-Man. I do have the Vibranium Arrow. I could finish her off, so we'll have to see.
Sweet.
All right, good.
Yes, 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 I am.
You draw up.
Sorry, my turns take long.
No, you're fine. Sleeper awakens. That's gonna be a pain. But very few minions, but we got to deal with them now. And my
Yeah.
Spider-Man is irrelevant. But that's okay. I have a Vibranium Arrow so that we could take him down pretty fast.
Good, nice.
All right. Then he is attacking me and Nick is blocking.
Correct.
All right, because it's going to be double boosted, which is going to be +3. And then this is gone.
And I will trigger regroup.
Yeah.
And get him back to my hand.
Oh, you know what? This is going to pop, this scheme.
Should I have removed from the main instead of the extra side scheme?
It's going to be 3 plus his flip, right? +3 +1. So if this is a 2, it's going to pop.
The sleeper's in front
That's
of me.
okay.
I thought the sleeper's in front of you because you're first player.
Oh, good call. So then the sleeper would attack me for 3, right? All right, so we should be good. So 3 + 0, so no worries. She gets +1 scheme if she has a tough. That's
Okay,
gonna go.
So she
Hold on.
schemes
That's
for
gonna go
3.
to 13. Yeah, and then we each get a card.
Okay.
No worries. He gets a gun, and he assaults you, which will surge into attach the minion with the most traits. All right,
That's
he's
sleeper.
got 3. She's got 3. Attachment, he gets +3 hit points and gains retaliate 1.
So the sleeper would have retaliate 2,
Right, which I ignore,
which you ignore. I
but
wouldn't
I
be
can hit
able
him
to.
for 9. 4. I was almost going to be able to finish him off. She would then be a 7. I guess her with retaliate 1 might be better than him with retaliate 2.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Passes to you.
I'm gonna start with Tony Stark AI. I'll look at 2
Crazy heart.
and
Regroup is till the end of the round. Yep. So your regroup would go away.
when an ally is defeated by an enemy. Oh, you're right. So I could have used Brawn and it would have come back as well. So
Yeah.
okay, I'll take that to hand. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll spend 4 to play Nick Fury back down and draw 1, 2, and 3. Let's see. So if I strengthen numbers, yeah, I'm just gonna strengthen numbers for
There you
2
go.
here. I'm gonna strengthen numbers for 2 here, which will draw me 2 more cards. Then I'll use the band together to play Moon Girl to draw me 3 cards.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. And I still have White Tiger in hand, so I could draw more cards and get rid of
Nice.
Nick Fury, technically. But you know, he's good to keep. So I
Did he
don't
thwart?
need you. No, he did strengthen numbers.
Oh, gotcha.
So this is why I could get rid of him.
Oh, strengthen
So I
numbers with
don't need
Braun. That's
you.
great.
Yeah, exactly. And I haven't used his mental right now, so spend any resource of one type to do that. All right, so let's just go strengthen numbers with my new and improved and bronze mental ability to play White Tiger, which will get rid of Nick Fury and draw me 1, 2 cards.
Did you draw a
I'm
stroke of
gonna-
genius?
I did draw Stroke of Genius. Yeah. I'm going to use Stroke of Genius and Photon Beam to play Ingenuity, which will give me a progress counter and draw me a card. So I'm up to 2 counters. I will use my energy that I just drew to play my propulsion jets. I will flip up. And I will use Ronnie Williams and Mobile Bunker to play Rapid Response. Wait, no. I could have used the Ingenuity before flipping up.
So
play
one thing
Ronnie.
to note, I mean, you can definitely get all that stuff down. We do have the Luger out,
Yeah, it's cost 3, right?
one of each. Yep. And
Okay,
then I have
so-
a vibranium arrow. I could fire at either of them, and then you could use your tokens to finish one of them off.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is before flipping up, I'm going to use the Ingenuity to give myself another counter. Then I'll flip up. And when I do, I have 3 resources. I'll get rid of the Luger.
Okay.
And then I can propulsion jets for 3 off of the main.
Okay.
White Tiger and Moon Girl will thwart for 4.
Yep. Did you give yourself health when you gave yourself the 2 upgrades?
I just missed this one now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm at max health right now. So, well, not max health, but because I'm damaged currently, but
Right.
the Ingenuity was used. So I can personally thwart for 3
Yep.
off of the main, bring that down to 3. And
Okay.
then when you're ready, I can blasters for 3 and also do my my progress counters.
Okay. So I feel like we should probably get rid of the sleeper because it gets rid of the side scheme, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So I will use marksman and speed to play the vibranium arrow. I will pierce his tough and do 6 damage and take no retaliate. So then he's got 4 left.
Yeah, I'll use 2 counters, blow him up.
He's done. This is out of the game. You draw a card.
Oh, yeah, okay. New and improved.
And then I either hold Spider-Man, but I think that's silly. So I think what I do is I don't even think you need heroic intuition. It feels like we're just not there. I think I ready and fire my sonic arrow, right?
Yeah, sure, for sure.
So I'll use War Machine and heroic intuition I ready my bow to fire my sonic arrow, deal 3 damage to him, confuse him. And then I guess I flip down.
Sure, yeah, sounds
Get
good.
an extra card. I did my explosive arrow, and then hopefully I can use Spider. He's weird in 2 players.
You did an explosive arrow this round?
No,
Oh.
I did not.
Oh, you put it under the thing. Never mind.
Yeah,
Cool.
I grabbed it
Okay,
with that.
then I'm gonna photon blasters for 3 damage.
Okay, down to 11. She is going to hit you for 4, just so you know, but you got blockers, right?
I've also got 14 health. She doesn't have villainous, right?
And you're tough.
Yeah, and I'm tough.
You can see the difference in these 2 characters.
Okay, so I'm decking out.
Again.
Yeah.
And I haven't decked out once. It's not, it just is what it is. I'm not saying for better or worse.
No, it's Brandt. I know what you're saying. You're saying, what are you doing?
All right.
Oh, crazy.
Well, I have Mockingbird, so I can actually stay in hero form then. All right, you drew up.
Yes.
All right. So this is going to be the one that's going to let us go get somebody and put them into play, which is why I always forget when I built my deck. I was like, oh, I should have put Nick Fury in because he's so good with this card. All right, we'll shuffle that. He is attacking you for 1, 2, 3 plus a boost.
I have tough.
Plus 1 is 4. Your tough is gone. Then she will
And
attack
then
you for 4.
Okay. She can hit me for 4. I'll go down to 10.
All right, and then he's confused against me. And then we get cards. Sewer tunnels. So this goes away. Everybody has retaliate 1.
Nice.
A Hydro Exosoldier with retaliate 1. He's going to advance and scheme for 3, 4, 5. That goes to 10. I forgot to put the 6 on this. And infinite power. He's going to scheme and get a tough status card. Yikes. 3, 4, 5. That was close. Passes to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I need to heal. I think I need to try to take care of stuff. All right. So I can bring in Spider-Man and I can clear this, and then I would go get another ally, but I don't know how helpful that is. So I feel like you should be the one to clear this. You have very good allies.
I'm hoping that I can actually draw a flyover. I just drew into, with my Tony Stark's AI, I just drew into Champions Mobile Bunkers, so.
Oh, there you go. I have no arrows left.
You need to be on the minion cleanup for me since everything has retaliate.
Yeah.
And I'm also still stunned, so.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I have 2 explosive arrows. Unfortunately, they don't have piercing.
No, but if you're getting rid of tough, how much health does the Exo Soldier have?
5.
5.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, could you shoot both of those arrows? Remove everyone's tough and then deal 3 damage to everybody?
Sure.
Because she has how much health? She has 7?
Yeah.
Because bonus 3.
So I'll fire this explosive arrow. Get rid of everybody's toughs. And then, I mean, I only attack for 3 now, huh? I'm going to have to play Mockingbird, I think. Right?
Well, you do have the tower to help you.
Oh, right. Good call. So I could play a second arrow. I have for justice. Your threat removal is probably pretty good.
Well, I have propulsion jets to remove 3 immediately from anything.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get a flyover when I did the Champions Mobile Bunker, but you know.
Yeah. All right. So I think this just makes sense then. So I will put Mockingbird out with the tower. Then I will ready my bow and fire the other explosive arrow. Use my for justice. I will deal 3 damage, 3 damage, and 3 damage. And that would be 3 tokens to kill them if you have them.
No, I don't have. I only have 1 token right now, currently.
Got it. So Mockingbird can remove 2 threat, or she can kill the soldier.
So my propulsion, my photon blasters deals 3. So, I can do another 3 to what's her name?
And she has 1 left.
And then she would have 1 left.
Yeah. So you could kill her with the token and survive with just the Exo Soldier, right?
Yeah.
Or I could kill that, but then you'd have to clear all the threat.
Yeah, I don't know
if
I can.
This can technically pop. We could let this pop at this point.
No, I don't think we need to.
If you clear this, you go get Nick Fury and put him into play. Just so you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So do
then,
you have,
yeah, I can easily clear it.
all right. So then maybe
Yeah, I can
Mockingbird will
clear it
just
because
kill
I
your
have.
soldier
Sure, that's
and
fine.
then let you figure out threat.
Yeah, over to
Sounds
me.
good. Yeah.
All right. Actually, I do have an extra. So I'll use my Photon Beam and Stroke of Genius to play my Champion's Mobile Bunker, which will give me another counter and draw me a card, which, funny enough, is Nick Fury.
So I mean, you could get him. You could get Moon Girl. Like if
Oh,
you
I could
attack with any of them.
easily. I mean, I have Band Together, so I can play Nick Fury right now.
Right. This is the player defeats it, goes and gets somebody from their deck or discard pile and puts them into play. So you could get
Yeah.
White Tiger if you knock her out.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna use Band Together and my Sector Scan to play Nick Fury,
Not
which
yet.
will
Not
just.
yet. No. Just remove threat with White Tiger.
Yeah, but then I won't be able to use the Band Together for 3.
Ah. Okay.
So
Got it.
I'll do that, Band Together to play Nick Fury, which White Tiger is gone. Nick Fury is in. I'll draw 3 cards, 1, 2, and 3. Then myself and the propulsion jets can take care of that side scheme, so I don't need to worry about that. It's onto the battlefield, right?
Put it into play. Yep.
Put it into play. Okay.
Does White Tiger say when she comes into play or when you play her from your hand? I think she's
After
when
you
she comes in.
play from your hand, that's right. So
Ah.
that won't do anything for me.
Got it.
So then there's no real point to actually clearing that this round.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean it's good to get rid of side scheme so he doesn't stay powerful.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Yeah. So
Your other option would be to have spent Nick Fury. Well, now you drew cards with him there.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm fine. So I'm gonna use the Champion's Mole Bunker here, and I'm gonna pitch these 2 cards.
Is it
I'm
draw
gonna draw
two?
first. It's draw
Then?
first and then pitch. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then pitch. Now I'm gonna use Nick Fury to thwart for 2 off the main.
Mhm.
Actually, no. Yeah. Thwart for 2 off the main with Nick. Correct.
Yep.
Okay, and now that I've done that, I'm gonna use energy to play Maria Hill.
Nice.
Draw a card.
I got an Overwatch.
She can remove 2 threat from the main.
Okay.
And then myself and my propulsion jets are going to remove the side scheme.
Yep.
And now I can get Nick Fury.
Correct.
Okay, so Maria Hill's gonna go.
A great swap out.
Nick Fury comes in, draws me 3 cards.
Amazing.
I'm gonna use the strengthened numbers to exhaust Brawn, just to draw the 1 card because he's gonna give me the mental.
Sure.
I have that mental to play regroup. And then I can use the ingenuity with a genius to do new and improved. So I get to give myself a tough. I get to ready myself and I can look for an upgrade if I have one. I don't know. So I'll just check.
I think it's just any card, right?
Search your deck for an Ironheart card. You're right. It is any card. So what do I want? I want the Photon Beam, I think. Yes, I do want the Photon Beam.
Yeah, it could kill her and give you tokens.
Correct. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to attack to remove my stun.
Yep.
I am going to use a new and improved and assess the situation to Photon Beam to kill her off. I will
Nice.
gain 2 counters. I will double assess my situation. So I will draw 8 cards. Photon Blasters is going to hit for 3 on Red Skull.
Down to 5.
Nick Fury is going to thwart for 2 off of the main, and so is Moon Girl.
Nice, down to 7. And I guess you can
And
just stay
I
up
have-
because we're gonna block with everybody, right?
And I'm also tough, and I have Nick Fury, so
Yeah.
you're good and I'm good. And I have regroup to bring Nick Fury back, and I'm drawing 8 cards.
Well, I have amazing news. I went through my deck for the first time.
Amazing. So should I throw my progress counters at him? No, I'll just keep him.
I mean, you might as well just wait, right? There's no way to
So
lose
that-
them. Oh, you can lose 1, right? With your
Yeah,
obligation.
whatever.
So it's like,
Not
yeah,
a big deal.
exactly. But you can just stack them up, and when we flip them, if you have 20 tokens, he's dead.
Yeah.
It's kind of silly. All right, well, I can put it under surveillance down in an Overwatch, and then threat should be. I was like, not justice. I was like, justice support. I'll put Overwatches
Sorry,
out
I'm
and
kind
other
of taking
things
over it.
to keep things under control. All right. Well, this is going to go to
Thanks,
9, so we
James.
could still lose
Thanks.
this.
Thanks, James, for joining us, and thank you for the compliment on my tokens. So they're not mine. I bought them from Buy the Same Token. Anyway, grab them.
I mean, they're yours
awesome.
now.
They're mine now. Yes, I paid for them. Yes.
We are doing well. Yep, this is my last week of vacation, and I got to go back to work. So I'm enjoying it, playing some Marvel Champions with Brian. All right, this goes to 9. He can't be damaged till we get rid of Red House. He is attacking me. I can put Mockingbird
Fury.
back in my hand, but I think it just makes sense for you to get people back, right?
Absolutely. Nick Fury is blocking for you.
All right, so it is a 4 total. He is dead, and
Okay.
the Red Skull takes 1 from Retaliate. Oh no, because
Correct.
Nick Fury's knocked out. He wouldn't get retaliated, right?
Okay.
Then he's attacking you. You're either going to be tough or block with somebody.
Well, I could easily, I think, block with Brawn and then just get him back to my hand so I can heal him up, essentially. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna block with Brawn.
It's a good call. He gets hit for 5. And then we get cards. Political Retribution. If Lucia von Bartis is in play, she schemes. If Rule by Force is in play, place 3 threat on it. If neither is in play, Surge.
You didn't
Alright.
put my side scheme in that discard, did you? Like the Nemesis side scheme?
Wouldn't be surprised if I did. Doesn't look like I did.
Okay. Good call.
Nope, because there's still 6 here and 1 is out of play. So I did. I put it up here when we had it. So I tried to remember.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting card. It'll just be an acceleration, huh? If she's not in play.
Yeah.
All right. What was the next card? Did I shuffle it in? Oh, it's in front of me.
Yep.
He gets a sidearm. He gets Master Strategist.
So he's
And-
piercing?
Nope, he gains ranged,
Ranged.
which is funny because he knows retaliate now. Exhaust a character you control for each side. So you have to exhaust 1 character, which is unfortunately.
Okay, which is just Ironheart.
Yeah. Back to you.
Back to me. All right. I'll start with my Tony Stark AI. Look at 2 and take 1. Wait a second. Do I take that or do I take? Yeah, let me just take that. All right. Handful of cards. I'll use Ingenuity with Strength and Stroke of Genius to play Nick Fury and draw 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm decking out. I will place a progress counter. I have to draw 2 more.
Yeah, he's at 5. When we flip him, he's 20. Does he get a tough on the last stage? I don't think so. I think we just get a card. So 40. So I mean, could probably flip him this turn and kill him
Okay.
next turn.
Draw 2, 3, and 4 cards. Okay. Let me use a genius to play Vivian. Choose an attachment, non-elite minion. So which attachment should I blank? The strategist?
Yeah, I think so.
And then it just goes away, right?
I don't think it goes away, does it? Because you would blank its discard it.
Oh, yeah, okay. What should I blank then?
I mean, you could get rid of his
retaliate.
retaliate, although he already has
Yeah.
retaliate from this. So
One.
he's going to do the retaliate.
Yeah, might as well. 1, 2, 3, and let's go with
Hey, we got 10 people watching. Hello,
4.
everybody. We're just kind of playing, and this is like a
Yep.
casual game.
I'm gonna pay 4 for Braun.
Strength
Then
in numbers.
I'm gonna. Sorry,
Strength in numbers.
I don't have strength in numbers, unfortunately. But I could try and draw into it with Champions Mold Bunker. So 1 and 2. I do not like what I just drew, so I will just pitch them. Okay, so Braun and
If we want to flip him this turn, I have a vibranium arrow that would flip him.
all right. Well, he doesn't have he has retaliate, right? So blocking with Vivian is pointless.
Blocking what?
Or not blocking, attacking with Vivian is pointless.
Yeah.
Okay. So Braun can thwart for 2.
Yeah.
No, not off the red house. So here, before I do that, then I'll just do this. Propulsion jets will remove 3 from the red house.
Yeah.
And then I'll do a flyover to remove the rest from the red house, which will give me 2 counters and draw me a card.
And I draw a card.
Okay.
Yes, Deskry, I
and-
agree. Red Skull is a lot of fun. He's not super duper hard, but he's just fun, and you can
Yeah.
actually make him a lot harder.
Braun and Fury are going to thwart for 2 each off of the main.
Yeah.
This regroup, I think, was supposed to be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I will use my photon blasters for 3 damage.
Okay, he's down to 2.
He's down to 2, so 2 4s. No, it's 4, 8, 12. I have 14 there. He's down to 2. I will use a flyover and a rapid response to do a photon beam to kill him and gain 2 counters.
Nice, and you'll take a retaliate.
And I'll take a retaliate of 1.
I think even when you kill him, he still has retaliate on the next stage, right?
That's fine.
I feel like that's how we always played Zola.
Yeah.
You have a tough though, so it's gone.
Oh, yes, correct.
But I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. And then he's got how much health on that phase?
40.
40. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. I have 18 damage.
I have 6. I think I can do 9, 13, 15. So we need 7 more, or are you done?
I have just Vivian for 1 extra. So I have.
You might as well hold on to him.
8, 12, 16, 8, 18, 19. I have 19 damage that I can do this round. Yeah.
19. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, and I think
have
I have
19
15,
total damage.
So we might as well just hold them.
It,
I know it's weird. I just we're not going to get there, right?
yep.
All right.
Uh, were you planning on potentially flipping down?
It doesn't matter because I have Mockingbird, so I don't really need to flip. And I could concussive blow if you want to flip.
Sure. I'll flip. You can use Nick Fury, and I'll pitch this for a progress counter.
Sounds good. So yeah, I mean, I'm just going to keep us from losing. So I'm going to use.
I mean, I could also use Vivian to thwart for 2, bring it down, and get rid of her. I don't need her.
Yeah, you might as well.
Okay.
I don't think she has to stay in play for her ability, right?
No. When she enters play, she blanked it.
So I will use an under surveillance and a vibranium arrow to deal 6. So he's down to 34. So that's my bow. I'll just attack him for 4. I take a retaliate. And then I will play concussive blow to deal him another 3. He's down to 27. And he's confused. And then Mockingbird will remove 2 threat. And I'll put an Overwatch on the main scheme. Done.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, you basically just kill him with tokens next turn, right?
I have 20 damage in tokens.
Brian, can you entertain the crowd? My groceries arrived.
Oh, sure. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Should I switch to my face?
If you want to, yeah, you can.
Just
I'll be
kidding.
back. It won't take me long to deliver or to pull them inside. I just want to put the stuff that goes in the fridge away because if we start
Hey,
talking.
Descry's here. Just
So I'll be
saw, I
right
just
back, everybody.
noticed. Yep. That's cool. So this is my face. This is what I look like. I'm not just floating hands. So what do you guys think of this crazy draw deck? I think it's gone through its deck maybe 3, almost 4 times in this whole scenario, while Brandt is literally decked once. I think it's pretty sweet. I think it's a really cool idea. The rapid response, I haven't done enough rapid responses, I think, for Nick Fury, because that would just actually be a lot more draw and probably unneeded and grotesque, considering all the drawing I'm doing already. Man, I love Ironheart. Wonder if anyone thinks her final ability, her maximum efficiency is broken, where you just Gatling gun things. Like next round, I can gain an extra counter and do 22 damage with just that. So what do I have here? I could potentially have, I have 20. He can thwart for 2, give me that, give me another counter. What hero am I looking forward to? Well, from what I was hearing from you guys at the beginning of the stream and Brandt is that Wolverine has some kind of life as a resource mechanic going on, and I think that is awesome. Like I was saying before in the stream, I'm a Magic the Gathering player, and using life as a resource is a fun way to play. It's just something fresh, something unique. So I'm actually really looking forward to Wolverine. But I actually think Phoenix is going to be really fun. I like her whole Nemesis side scheme. It gives another whole lose condition to the game, which is actually really interesting. So yeah. What do we got here? Yeah, I think maybe Phoenix and Wolverine so far. I don't really look at everyone's cards in terms of spoilers because I'm someone that needs to kind of like play with the cards to really understand their
I'm here. I'm on my
mechanics.
way back.
Oh, no problem.
I have
I
a
was
little
just saying,
in-ear thing, so I could hear you the whole time. I was just muted.
yeah. You think symbiote suit will make Wolverine? I mean, I don't think the symbiote suit makes anyone OP because it's got that downside, so you could just get flooded if you don't pay attention.
Oh, that's a good call, though. Symbiote suits. He has 10 extra health. I
Yeah,
don't know
that's
how he
true.
can ready the claws, right? Because I think you could exhaust the claws. But maybe I'm wrong. Woo,
I
tired from the
mean, I
stairs.
don't know what is his whole deck spoiled?
No.
No. Okay, so maybe there's going to be ways to ready it to make it more useful.
Right. Yeah, no, if there's a way to ready the claws, that would make a big difference, I think,
Yeah.
for then focusing on that. I can't remember. We can check it out. After this game, I'll go to the page and I'll look it up.
Sure.
Okay.
So just the one last encounter card that's in front. Oh wait, no, right?
Yeah, I didn't do the villain phase at all. So we add
Oh,
3.
okay.
Then he's attacking you, correct? Oh, I
No,
should have.
I'm
Did you flip
in
down?
alter ego. I'm in
Got
alter
it.
ego.
I knew I confused him for a reason. I just couldn't remember what it was. So he's confused there. You have no
He's
baddies in front
attacking
of you.
you.
He's attacking me, and
That's
you have
right.
Nick Fury.
Correct.
So 1, 2, 3. I obviously didn't do this.
Yeah. Spartan said as far
Kind
as
of
we
a
know. Yeah.
small pain. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is his attack. Plus the Master Strategist gives him 2. So he's going to attack for 8 and hit Nick Fury. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
All right. I do have to remember to respond to my wife here. And then you get 3 cards total.
Ouch.
So your first card is going to be an advance. So it's going to be for 3 plus 2 is 5. And then criminal pass. So I will flip and discard my bow.
You're not just gonna exhaust? Oh no, I guess not.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Just get it back. Master plan is going to bring this up to 8. And under fire, because why not? He's going to assault me, which will surge into an assault, which will surge into an advance. 3 plus 2 is 5. That goes to 14. And then finally, he will scheme again, and he gets a tough status card.
Ouch.
So he schemes for 3, plus he gets the Luger, so 4. That will pop this, which I believe removes Overwatch. And adds another side scheme in.
All right.
Mostly irrelevant because we have the damage to kill him. The tough was a little bit relevant.
Yeah. As long as you have a vibranium arrow, maybe.
No, I definitely don't.
Okay. So back
That's
to
it,
us.
right?
You're first.
All right. So I will get my bow with Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man's tough to decide how useful he is in 2-player and solo, you know? I thought, oh, we'll keep putting him in and removing these, but it's a lot to remove the amount of threat that 1 or 2 cards can. Put the bow back in. I'll use my quiver and get no arrows because that's what the quiver does. Then I will do an explosive arrow using my marksman. And I will hit him for 3 to get rid of his tough. And then I will. What else am I going to do? I'm going to attack him for 4 or 3. and take a retaliate. And then Mockingbird will hit him. He's down to 22, and I think that's a kill from you.
He's down to 22.
Yep. So I will for
Uh,
justice to get rid of 4 threat off of this. That's it.
Over to me.
Yeah. Oh, he's got retaliate 2. So I'm down to 2.
Okay. So use that.
And he has 22
Cool.
health left.
I'll use this and this for Maria Hill. Draw a card. Cool.
Oh, shoot. Hang on, Brian.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna flip up. I did that. Might as well. So he's 3rd stage. So let's just use this band together. No. Yeah, I don't need that. And to assess the situation for White Tiger and draw 1, 2, 3 cards. And when Brent gets back, we'll just say the game is done. Because I have an energy beam, or sorry, an energy to do a photon beam. And more than enough damage from counters. So that's what? 4, 8, 12, 16. Right? Yeah, 4, 8, 16, 20, 22 damage. 23, 24, 28, 29, 30, 31. 34 damage. Nice. All right. Alrighty then. 34 damage. Sure, I'll play my Skellion because I can. Ingenuity. Play Triskelion. And assess. And all that stuff. All that jazz. Oh. All right. Yes, as far as we know, there is no way to ready the claws. I mean, yeah, we might not know that, but we can speculate. So the claws, I mean, if the claws are a main feature of Wolverine as a character, there's got to be ways to ready it.
Oh my gosh. I so totally forgot that I made 2 grocery orders. And they're messaging my wife because I had to sign for something. So they're sitting down there, and all of a sudden I was like, ah. And then I came back upstairs and I couldn't remember where I put my in-ear thing. Talk about making this end long.
Yeah,
All
he's
right.
dead, by the way.
Did you deal 22 damage? I figured that was
I have 22 damage just in my counters, then
Yeah.
my photon beam for I have like well over 30 damage on the table.
Yeah, so that part's weird. Like you were talking about, is it overpowered? It is. They should at least be attacks.
I think there should be not necessarily attacks. I think there should have been a maximum
What?
progress.
What? No, I agree with you. Everything should be capped, even if the cap is ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yes, I agree.
Like in this case, it feels like it could at least be limit 5, you know, per turn.
I mean,
but honestly, even if they wanted to say limit 50, which sounds stupid because people, right, you can't really put limit 50 because people would say, that's stupid. Why are you even putting that limit? Nobody ever gets to 50, right? But you need some kind of limit. The same with Bring It. Bring It should not draw cards equal to the number of minions in front of you. It should say the number of minions in front of you, limit 8.
Yeah. So I feel like 10 is more than enough that it should have been a max at, where you could essentially blow something away for 20 damage. That's what you're doing, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's remove 1 counter and deal 2 damage. It's just awesome. Like, oh,
Right.
hey, we just flipped him. I've been stacking these counters for a while, and now he's dead.
Right. And the idea is supposed to be like, oh, you leveled yourself up, so you have this really big bonus, right? They want you to feel like you're super powerful, which is it's fine, but it's just clearly more powerful than a lot of characters. Although Iron Man is definitely on page with that, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Iron Man gets that strong at the end of the game, if
that's
you build
true.
towards that. So if you're playing along Iron Man, yeah. So the claws don't ready, right? They do
Yeah.
exhaust.
So I was saying to CN Spartan, I'm like, if they're really, we could speculate, obviously. If they're really making it like a big feature for him, I would assume, that maybe they did put some way to ready the claws in, and then he said they didn't do that for War Machine. So
Hmm.
what do you mean for War Machine? Like, because his Gatling gun,
I
it
think he's talking
keeps
about the limit
readying,
on
right?
tokens.
Oh, the limit. Oh, sorry, the limit on tokens. Got it.
Yeah.
They didn't do it for War Machine. That's true.
Which
But
is
they
true,
did.
but his all are attacks. You
Yes, they
take
didn't do.
retaliate. You would have taken retaliate
That's right.
44 if you tried to
That's
do that
right.
against the film.
And on top of that, it's only 1 damage and not 2 damage.
Ignore its resource cost. So the interesting, sorry, we're like through 2 conversations.
Yep.
The interesting part, the attack gains piercing, which is awesome, is you ignore its resource cost. So I don't think for cards that have kickers, you could pay the resource cost, right? You couldn't say I'm going to ignore it and I'm going to pay a punch to trigger. So he doesn't want to play cards with kicker costs,
Yeah, I guess so.
right? Because you don't want to play like what's drop kick or whatever, where you can draw a
Yeah.
card and deal 4 damage and stun them, because you won't get to do that, which is fine, right? Just gives him a build style that's not that. He's like a direct attack style person.
Yeah.
And you can't do hone technique, which again is fine.
Which is
Otherwise,
fine,
you
yeah,
see the same
because
card every time.
so essentially he's just gonna be like a straight up use your physical attack and go for it, right? That's what he's gonna
Right.
be. So I
But the
mean,
other
I think
part is
that's
like he's
fine.
going to use his own attacks for his claws ability, right? Because presumably his own attacks are the most efficient.
Yeah. How do the claws read? Do you mind?
Sure, no, I don't mind. The claws say, just have to click on them here.
I don't have it up
It's a
on my
permanent
computer.
with no cost, which is supposed to go into play at setup, which is another thing people are upset about because of the whole setup thing. Like with Vision, it's confusing. Which I would just take the card and put it into play, but I know that bothers
That's
people because
exactly what I would do.
it's not the rules. I get it, because it like Cap Shield could become a drone, and so that's where the argument becomes. But
But Cap
hey,
Shield doesn't
I'd
have
be more than
permanent
happy
on
if
it.
somebody wants to film a game where the claws are the drone at the start of the game and they beat Expert Ultron. I will give a prize for somebody filming that game. I'd love to
Yeah.
see it and show that he's still good even without his claws. But it wouldn't really be fun, right? So in my mind, I could just scoop and start
True.
again, right? Which is weird. But exhaust Wolverine's claws, choose an attack event in your hand and take damage equal to its printed cost. That's an arrow. Then play that event, ignoring its resource cost. That attack gains piercing.
Trying to see if I can find it. It's on Hall of Heroes, right? Wolverine?
Probably. I just went to fantasyflightgames.com.
Yeah. Actually, they do have quite a bit. Yeah, so the claws. Exhaust his claws, choose an attack event in your hand. Take damage equal to its printed cost. Play that event, ignoring its recourse cost. So yeah, you're using your life to play that attack event out of your hand, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a huge thing, yeah, so things like you just said, drop kick, you don't want to have those cards because then you lose their effects, right?
Yeah.
That
Right.
makes sense.
Because it says ignore their cost, not reduce it to zero. Because I think if it reduced it to zero, you could overpay the kickers to use them.
Yeah.
But I think that's good because it forces you to build away from hone technique. It forces you to build away from drop kick, right? So you start to have to use cards that are straight
Cards,
value for cost.
like uppercut, where it's like 3 for 5 or,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, or
uh,
whatever it is, or just use his cards. I think the idea is he comes with 3 different attack cards.
yeah.
So you're
So
already using his cards to do that,
what we have revealed is first off, he's got a recovery of 6, which makes sense because he's going to need to recover a lot. He's got his adamantium skeleton, which gives him 4 more hit points and increases his base attack by 1 with piercing, which is amazing. He's got a wow, I can't even say it. He's got a regen.
Yeah.
So he heals for 4. And so it's a choose one. Heal for 4 on your identity, or you can discard a stun or confused, which is pretty sweet. So he's got, and that's probably going to be at least maybe a 2 of, because I see a 15, maybe also a 16. I got to be better. When he would be defeated, instead you set your hit points so, yep, he can avoid being killed.
Thanks, Mark. He has 6 attack events in his kit.
Yeah.
So he must have 3 times 2. Berserker Barrage, Slice and Dice, and Lunging Strike. Yeah, so 6 attacks is pretty good. You figure once you get built, you're going to draw at least one every turn, and that's all you want. Not that you don't want to pay for the other ones, you do.
Yeah.
And again, that's our play style. You, 4, Steve, 6, and I 8. All tend to play, build, control, and then deal damage, which seems to be the favored play style of Champions players.
Yeah.
I don't know how well he would rush because he could only play one event for free.
I agree with Brandt. I think all those events are probably going to be a 2 of. So that's already 2, 4, 6, 8 cards. Then 9, 10, maybe regen healing is a 2 of. So let's say that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So maybe like 1 card that isn't really here.
Yeah. That card's so cool. Regenerative healing, remove stun and confused. That's so good.
Yeah, and you heal.
It's not both. It's choose, right?
Oh yeah. It's. I'm just saying, and it's also a way to heal.
Yeah, but his broken card, it's not broken. Sorry, his best card, it's not broken. Track by scent. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. If it removes the last threat, draw 2 cards, and it costs 2.
Yeah.
So it's basically just free remove 3 threat, and then when you just absolutely need to remove threat, like that again. I think I said something to you guys last night, but I was like, imagine if Miss Marvel had that card. She pays 2 to remove 3 threat. That's it.
Yeah.
Like you could just see where the power levels get stronger. And again, because she can recur the card, but even if hers said draw a card if you remove threat or whatever, right? But it's just like, wow, that card is so good to remove 3 threat and draw 2 cards. Presumably.
So the thing is no matter what, in any game, power creep is inevitable. That's going to happen. Power creep is going to happen. But I think the way they do it in this game is it's really good because these old characters still really stay relevant. Like I just played Iron Man the other day, one of the OG 5.
Yeah.
And he is just still so solid and so good. So with the way that I guess, with the cards that they release, they still buffs a lot of these older characters, even with power creep from these new characters. But I mean, they're starting a whole new X-Men wave, so they got to give us something good.
So, and the key isn't even power level, right? Spider-Ham is super powerful, and there's definitely a portion of the community that's just not ever going to play him. They're not worried about how powerful he is, right? I mean, he's basically there with Doctor Strange, I would say. I still think Strange is a little bit better, but it doesn't matter. But Spider-Ham is so powerful, but there's people who don't want to thumb their nose and they don't want to do all that stuff and whatever, right? Like,
I mean,
it
does say
annoyed,
optional.
They're annoyed or they'll buy him because their kids are going to play him. So that doesn't really matter. The power level isn't key. It's the fun factor, right? So I'm pretty sure, I think this is safe to say, I think Wolverine is the most popular hero since Hulk. Yes?
Sorry? No, I
anybody
was looking down at
Has anybody since Hulk been as popular of a hero?
anybody since Hulk.
Yeah. Because you had Guardians, I don't think maybe Venom, and they went Flash Thompson. So maybe
Yeah.
Venom would be as popular as Hulk and Wolverine.
Is Hulk really popular though? Like the
I think so.
IP, the character is popular, but in this game is
Oh, I'm
Hulk
not talking about
popular?
this game. No. I'm
Oh,
talking about
okay.
the IP. The IP. I
Yeah.
feel like if you ranked, right, Spider-Man's super popular, Hulk is super popular, Captain
Spider-Man is number
America,
one.
for sure.
Spider-Man is absolutely number one.
Right. And the Avengers are popular, the four specifically because of the movies in the MCU,
Yeah.
right?
Hulk has always been one of my favorite just because, he's a guy where you get him angrier and he just gets stronger.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
so I think the biggest thing with Wolverine is that he has to be fun.
Absolutely.
He has to feel
'Cause
like
he's such a big
Wolverine and he
character.
has to be fun. I think his 2-2-2 stat line is for that reason. Because they probably could have given him a 1-2-1 stat line
Yeah. So
or
I
a
think we're
1-2-2
gonna
stat line, but he's a 2-2-2, so he's just an all-rounder like Cap, right? Like I feel like it's
Yeah.
just we're not, and I don't even mean this. Obviously, we're not going to mess up Wolverine. We're going to make sure he's fun above all things because of the backlash with Hulk, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's super important. It doesn't matter how powerful he is. I mean, you want to feel powerful. Paying nothing for an event is pretty cool. Like that's a cool ability, but you really just want it to be fun and people feel like playing Wolverine and they go, oh, you know what? I'm going to play Wolverine. Like I wanted to play Hawkeye. It didn't matter that Hawkeye wasn't as good as Ironheart. I just wanted to play Hawkeye, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what it really comes down
So
to. And this being co-op, I think is the most important. So
yeah,
all
I
right,
think so too.
did you read through all this Brombe stuff?
Uh they
You do whatever
revealed
you
no,
want.
I didn't.
Got it. He's just
Just
confirming the two ofs.
yeah, he has the 6 attack events.
And then Iron Man protection is super powerful with SPDR for sure. Some say Iron Man has gotten better, sure, because he gets text. Anybody that can get cards going forward. So I'm telling you, there's a card that's in Colossus deck, right? That they showed that people played with, Powerful Punch, and it's like when an enemy initiates an attack, pay 2 and deal 4 damage to it. Well, there's your Rocket Raccoon card.
Yeah.
That's so good for Rocket because it's when anybody initiates an attack, it's not against you.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
So
I mean,
deal 4 damage, kill the minion, draw a card.
But when you see new stuff, you immediately think so. It's like when Steve sees new stuff, he probably immediately thinks like, "Oh, how's this going to make my favorite character better?" Which is like Miss Marvel or something like that.
Sure.
So you see those things, you're like, "This is going to make my favorite character Rocket so much
Actually,
better."
that card is so good for Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
An enemy initiates an attack, pay 2, deal 4, pop it back in your hand, wiggle room, draw a card, draw a double resource, play Powerful Punch, right?
Yeah.
You can deal 8 damage with her.
Yeah. So Brombe said Valkyrie is probably the biggest miss of late. I would have to agree with that. I mean, I played when I first got her pack, I played her like 5, 6 times just trying to get something going. And then I was like, I think I'm done with this. Not to
Yeah, I
say that
haven't
you
been able to
can't
do a lot
play
with
her.
Nova. I've been in a Nova Ultron game where he just gets mega turns. But
Yeah.
Nova's been tricky. I haven't personally played a game with Nova where I go like, wow. Like maybe I have one turn where I do a whole bunch, but often I'll draw Unleash the Nova Force and there's 1 or 2 things to get rid of, which is fine. I'm not upset about that because I'm always like, well, if you're gonna play Thor in a minionless deck, you're just not gonna have fun. Like
That's true.
but you could do
I
it.
mean,
Can Thor win? I think I filmed it or I played it or something. You can. It's just with so many heroes, why are you doing that? That's a Steve thing, right? He'll be like, okay, well, now that I have Thor, I'm going to put no minions in and whatever. Like, it's fine.
I mean, if you're purposely trying to make it extremely hard for a specific hero because a hero is meant to be played a certain way, well, that's kind of just on you.
Yeah.
You know?
So then Brombe says, yeah, 100%. And it's fine. Like, it's okay if people are like, Thor's my character. I don't care if we have a minionless deck. Like, that's fine. But when
Yeah.
people say Thor's bad, what if you have no minions? It's like, well, why did you pick Thor? But
Yeah,
again, there's
exactly.
people, and I'm not trying to say it harshly to people. There's people who have pre-built decks. So at this moment, I have 4 decks, and I have Thor aggression, and all my friends are playing the other aspects. So I'm going to play Thor aggression, and then they shuffle it up, and there's no minions in the deck, and that's certainly where the issue is lie. It's not they're choosing that; that's what ends up happening, right?
Yeah.
That's different. So I think Cyclops is going to be fun to build decks for. So my thing is, I feel like Cyclops is just a better version of Adam Warlock, right?
I mean, Adam Warlock, you play him in his tutor deck, and he's really fun.
Sure.
But yeah, Cyclops definitely for sure. I think Cyclops is gonna be a lot of fun to build, to play. I think he's got some neat, unique things going on with him.
Yeah, no, it's awesome that because he really, at the end of the day, right, putting all those allies in is really fun. It's not like putting other event cards in, which Adam Warlock can do is fun, but the whole then having to even them out,
Yeah.
I think that's where it makes it tricky. Cyclops could be like, boom,
So
I'm protection, plus I have all these awesome, I mean, the best X-Men allies. That's going to be so good.
yeah, so true. So to answer you, Brombe, there, the Valk pack did add some nice cards. I like the cards that came in the Valkyrie pack. I just have a hard time playing the Valkyrie kit, is what it is.
Yeah. But the biggest thing with characters like Nova and Valkyrie or Adam Warlock, even if they don't strike hard, they're just not popular characters, right? The reason everybody's mad at Hulk is not because Hulk is specifically so bad in comparison to those characters, but because he's Hulk.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
That's what I'm saying with Wolverine. If Wolverine was not very good and everybody else was good, people would be mad because it's Wolverine. That's the character I want to play.
yeah, that's true. The thing is with Valkyrie, for me with Valkyrie, it's the whole her death glow thing. That whole shtick
Yeah,
having to pay for
right.
one, it's like even she's obviously a minion killer, but even when she's killing minions, I find it can still be tough, you know, spending one every round or every time you need to put the death glow on something, and then I just feel like there's not enough payoff.
I think would have been interesting with her. So the pay one every time is too expensive, but the make it free is too cheap for a 4-player game. So a lot of people are going to play her solo, and if it was free, it wouldn't matter because there'd be 1, maybe 2 minions in play, and they'd mow them down, right? But in a 4-player
Yeah.
game, if it was free, she just attach it to every minion over and over and over and over again for free, and just kill them all because she readies every time.
Okay, so you could have it play differently where it's like, okay, instead of it costing 1, maybe it costs 2 to put on a minion, but then if you defeat that minion with
You can
death
put
glow,
another
it
minion.
then moves
Yeah.
to another minion
That's
that's in
exactly what I was
play.
going to say. Something like that.
Exactly.
Or one of her cards that comes into play allows you to draw a card or exhaust it to attach it to another
That's right.
minion, right? So something
Chooser
that
of the
would lower the
Slain.
cost of it if you build.
Chooser of the Slain could have easily added death glow to the minion that you
Attach the
find.
death glow, and then right, that or
Like,
the one where you attack them, you attach the death glow. So that's a good point. If you just put it on the event cards themselves.
exactly. I mean, how could Chooser of the Slain not do that? It's like you are specifically going to find a minion. The death glow should just attach to that minion. It's like find a minion, attach death glow, and draw 3 cards. That's it.
Yeah.
So
all right. So now we've had this negative talk about heroes that aren't as fun. So Brian, you got to tell us what are a hero other than Ironheart you've been playing lately that you just absolutely love. Got to balance the negative with the positive.
I don't know. Give me a sec.
Who have I been playing that I absolutely love? Or who am I excited for?
Is always fun.
He is good.
Spider-Ham is just really, really cool.
I want to say Ironheart because I just played Ironheart against Ultron.
You gotta say Spider-Ham. He's got such a
He's so
cool.
cool.
He's got such a cool deck.
Yeah, I agree.
You know.
I mean, if you get past all the wackiness, if that bothers you, but yeah, he's so funny,
If
so
I'm
good.
playing by myself, I'm not doing that stuff.
What? You better call me
If a
so we can high
tree-
five
Listen,
over Zoom.
listen. If a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it,
I feel bad because I got so stuck in like playing them the first time that I feel like my first couple streams I forgot to do the cards just out of trying to make sure I'm reading everything, and I lost some of that wackiness for all that. Deskcry, enjoying Valkyrie is totally allowed. We are not telling people
Absolutely.
not to enjoy characters. That's
No.
a horrible thing to do. We're just saying how there are characters that we don't enjoy and don't gravitate towards. But I mean, that's just going to be part. I mean, even Hawkeye, I don't find all that enjoyable. I wish, like, all this stun and confuse is great until you can't stun and confuse things, and it isn't even as consistent as you would hope it would be. He would benefit from getting his quiver out, I guess, just to have arrows regularly. Even something unique like a deck of arrows, that's what he has access to. But that would just be tricky to pull off with the card count. If he had 10 arrows, you could fire throughout the game and remove them from the game each time you use one.
To circle back around, actually, that's something Brombe was saying, is that I think Iron Man has gotten even stronger lately, especially with the release of SPDR because of repurpose and the new tech and stuff like that. I think he's just even stronger for sure. I agree 100%. And he is always awesome.
Is everybody better with repurpose? Like, is just putting a pistol, like, to me, so what I'm realizing is that pistol, what is that thing called? Energy pistol? Is that what it is?
Yeah. No. Pistol something, I don't know. Yeah,
Plasma pistol.
Plasma pistol.
So that thing costs 2. Now, if you have a hero that has no pings in their kit, that gives you a ping, right? So it removes tough. It's not an attack. That card is way better than people give it credit.
Absolutely.
If you need a lightning bolt, it's a lightning bolt. That is obviously mostly Captain Marvel and Iron Man. So, but anyway, but then when that card gets to 1 counter, you play repurpose, you ready your hero, and you get +2 to a stat. Now, I guess readying and +2 to 1 stat isn't great for heroes who can't ready multiple times the same way. But in solo, if you could ready and thwart for +2, that's a pretty good free card. I mean, I guess it discards another card that's in play. So it's tough to like not put energy barrier and repurpose or plasma pistol and repurpose in every protection deck.
True. That absolutely is, because man, if you're playing an actual protection build, because the thing is it goes until the end of the round, right? That buff. So it's going to be for your phase and for the villain phase. So I even
think you
feel
pick
like
a stat though, right?
You pick a stat. You pick a stat and you're ready, but it's until the end of the round. So you get to keep it for the villain phase. So even with Ghost Spider, which I still need to play, like I said, and I think I'm planning on doing a that kind of idea where you can repurpose and ready up and just buffer defense stat and be ready for the villain phase.
Nice. So yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, I guess it's a combo deck, and we really like combo decks. That tends to be the thing that we favor towards. But I think tomorrow night, I'm going to try something. I'm trying this idea of tempo. So we are going to try with Steve tomorrow night. I don't know the exact time. We are going to try to we're going to save Odin in 90 minutes. Literally put a 90-minute timer on, and we have to save Odin, right?
Yeah.
We did it with Claw 2 years ago. I want to say 2 summers ago now. We beat Claw in 60 minutes, 3 players. So we're going to try Hella in 90.
That long?
I actually feel like 90 is too long. I may talk it down a little bit.
90 minutes is too long. So 30 minutes per player is too long.
Right. So if we did 25 minutes per player and did an hour 15, I don't know. The problem because is on camera, if we're talking over each other and like screaming and shouting, does that show well on camera? Right? Whereas if you're in person and you're just all going, oh my gosh, so taking action, very good, blah, 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 we're actually trying to go for speed. It makes it a little different. I mean, but I think the key to that also is going to be to play these tempo style decks where the cards are cheap and you can play a lot of cards in a turn. where like Gamora seems like
And
she would shine.
and we could just,
45
say that actions that we can play on other people's turns, we'll just do them. Like if I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah, we won't say
draw a
him.
card
Yeah,
with
yeah,
this,
that's
that's
definitely
right.
part of it. We're not going to say him. So hopefully that'll be fun to watch. It's just something different to try to do. We're trying to come up with things to do, waiting for
Spartan.
X-Men.
Spartan wants us to do it in 45 minutes.
So Spartan, that is fine. I will do it in 45 minutes if you do it solo in 15. So if you can beat it in 15 minutes solo, I'll even give you 20. Then I will try it in 45 minutes with 3 players. But if you can't do it solo in 15, it's not happening.
Yeah,
So
that's a rough one.
So we'll see. I thought that would be fun, and I felt like I picked that scenario because I know people like it a lot. I feel like we've played it a bunch, but whatever. And people like that scenario, and it feels like something that would have a timer, right? Like, oh, she's gonna execute Odin in this amount of time. So sounds like you need someone to play the villain. Yeah, that could be it. Cool. So you can check that out tomorrow
Yep.
night. I'm gonna say something like 8, 9 o'clock. You'll see it posted
could
on the
lose
channel
in less
unless
than
it's going
15
on Steve's
minutes.
channel. I could lose in less than 15. Perfect. Film it. No, I'm kidding. So there's that. We good, Brian?
Absolutely, yeah. So tomorrow we'll probably play again. Not we will be playing again. I don't know if it's Steve's channel or not.
I can't remember. I think we've been mostly doing live here, but a little bit on his, so we'll figure it out. All right. Thanks, everybody. Until next time, I'm the Brandt.
I'm Brian.
And we hope you step into the portal. Bye. Have a great day.
Take care.